So if you're going to start a segment to your Garmin and send it via Strava, I don't know, Tour de France here, just because you do, right? It's a Tour de France. So what you do is you just click on that, and then you start a segment. That there then gets sent to your Garmin. So when you approach that segment, riding it, boom, the time comes up, your PR comes up, anybody that you're following. So whoever's in front, if you're following somebody and their time's quicker than yours, their time will appear on the top. If you're the fastest, your PR will come up, and then when you start riding the segment, which I'm going to show you in a minute, you will see that time, and that's the time that you go for. If the KOM's faster, you can switch it and select the KOM. You have to do that on the ride. There's no function within the Garmin to say always select the KOM, which is a pain if you're doing short segments. But if you come into a bigger segment, that's what's this one? Distance 2 kilometers, about 144 kilometers. If you come into that, then you could change it easily enough. If you're doing short segments, then it can be a pain in the ass and put you off your stroke. So Garmin are kind of fucked up there. Some of the things with Garmin is as if the people that design it don't actually ride bikes. So anyway, that's how you send a segment to your Garmin. Now I'm going to show you me riding a segment and how to pace. Ready, steady, go. So this is how I pace using Strava Live on a Garmin. This is a Garmin 520. What I do is as I hit the segment, I'll be pedaling at a comfortable pace for that day, and then I'll look down and I'll see what the time says. Like there it says 22 seconds behind. So that's okay, I know that I can keep this pace and I can be 22 seconds behind all the way. If I come in and it starts saying 1 second in front, 2 seconds in front, 5 seconds in front, I know it's a good day and I know to go for it. So I start to keep it so my time is in front of my PR. You can see my PR was at the top of the screen, you'll see it again in a minute. So that's the way that I do it. And usually if it's a slow day, I'll let it drop to a minute behind. If it's a really slow day like this day, I think it's going to drop to about 2 or 3 minutes because I've got the camera in my hand and put it in my pocket and stuff. So I'm riding with one hand. Now it's a different screen. You can click to this screen if you prefer to see this one, and it'll show you 2 bikes, it'll show you the time, and it'll show you the distance. I don't use this screen because it doesn't really go for my eyes, it doesn't do nothing. I only need to see the time. See, it's dropped to 1 minute there as I'm coming up the hill. And I did a couple of runs on this and filmed it, so the times may not totally mash up, but you can get the idea. And a final screen that you can use where you can see 2 dots. The blue dot, the one in front, and the red dot, is it? You trying to chase and catch. I don't use that screen either, but some of you might. There's lorries on this road. It can get quite dangerous if you're going for it and you drift out a bit, because you've got lorries coming both ways. You always got to be careful. It eases up a bit now, 3.7% for a while, but as you know, if you're going for a KOM, you're not going to ease up. So that's the main screen that I use, one of the 2 main screens that I use, which I just flicked on to show you. You can't actually see anything, but if you're using a power meter, you can see your power on the screen. And obviously this is using Strava Live without a power meter, because I haven't got one yet. I've just been enjoying the journey of going along and enjoying the different bits. Always say hi to other cyclists unless they're grumpy bastards. Obviously that guy wasn't. He's happy to be out like me. So in a minute it's going to level out. You can see another screen just taking you on a journey on one of the rides. It was one of my favourite rides actually. I like it because it doesn't let up. So 116 meters elevation, that just tells me the distance I'm behind. You can see the 2 dots. It's not very easy to see when you're giving it all out. This is flat, but as you know, you're giving it welly. 7.8% uphill into a headwind. You can really get some strength up on this. Slipped to 3 minutes 32 behind now from my PR, which I don't mind because I was filming that day. And if I was going really slow, it doesn't matter. That's what it looks like. Windy as hell though today. If it was cold, God, you'd be freezing your ass off. But it's a nice warm wind. All the cattle grids. Here's the final climb. This guy came past me at the bottom just before, and I decided to stick on his wheel a little bit and film some footage. 9.2% now. But I'm not going to catch him today. Not with the camera and stuff. I let the gap's too big. He's too strong. When I checked back later, I saw who he was. He's got KOMs in quite a few areas, so it would have been nice to have stopped and talked to him. But that day I was keep on going, and I never really stop at the top. There you go, just finished. That's what it says, and that's what it does. He stopped there, but then he continued on and got a KOM by chasing me down to go a different direction. So here's some good sights that you see. I stopped and had a chat with the cows and the sheep for a while and just chilled the heck out. Because what's a ride on a nice place if you don't enjoy the sights. So that's how you pace with the Garmin. If you've got Strava Live, if you've got the 520, you'll get it anyway. So you wait until you get a power meter, then you can pace to power. But until then, you can just hold it by being a minute behind or a minute in front.